So before we start with the self-massage, there's a little note that you need to know. You are looking to do this as if you're just using the weight of your elbows and your arms as you go. You're not here, you're not pushing into yourself, okay? It's just about finding the tension in the tissue, being patient, breathing into that spot to release it. So at no point, if you feel your shoulders start to come up and your elbows coming out as you're working your TMJ, stop. That's not going to achieve anything other than soreness. So this is gentle curiosity with love. That said, we're going to start in the most tender spot, which is the sternum. Now, this is an area that never gets massaged, so if you're not used to structural integration, just be really gentle with yourself here. To find it, you're going to come up through your rib cage, and where your rib cage meets without any pressure, you're going to come a little higher than that until you find solid bone. There's a little point at the end of your sternum, which I don't want you going near. So I want to make sure you're on solid bone. When you're there, you're pressing down and up. And you're just going to inch your way up through your sternum by going down and up. Notice my shoulders aren't going up as I do this. So down and up. Get curious to the space either side of the breastbone as well, because the ribs where they meet the sternum hold a lot of tension there. And if you feel like you can do this and it's not too much pressure, just find those spots, breathe into them, melt them, and then move on. Again, no pressure. So coming up through the sternum. And obviously this is about lifting all this tissue up off the bone. As you get to the top, you'll find where the sternum and the clavicle meet. We've been thinking up, now we're thinking width. So you're going to go out to the opposite shoulder. So we're going through the pec major here. Again, any little adhesions, work them out. You see my shoulder go up? And then on the other side. So out, wide, 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 wide. And then right underneath the clavicle itself, again, super tender. This is an area where if we're in that shallow breath a lot, it gets really tight. So if you are a shallow breather, this will help you get out of that pattern. Okay, from here we're going to work the neck. This is the part of the hand we're going to use. We're going to use the whole flat of the hand. I don't want any of this, and I don't want any fingers, any knuckles, you know, nothing. It's super gentle, and you're just moving the tissue, okay? So any zingers, if you feel a pulse, anything like that, you are going far too hard. With the flat of your hand, we're going to start with these muscles called the scalenes. So what they do is they side bend. If one of them tightens, they side bend the head to that side. Okay, if they both tighten, they pull the head forwards. So again, this is all related to that upper breathing. So you're going to take your hand, flat of your hand, up underneath your jaw, and then as you go out towards your shoulder, you're going to gently side bend your neck. You're going to find these spots the trigger points will just jump into your hands, okay? And you will find areas where you're like, oh, I just need to be there for a couple of minutes. Do it with love, okay? And and work that movement into your neck as you go. So the scalenes, super gentle. It's really interesting to find that there may well be an imbalance between one side and another, particularly if you're used to holding your head in a particular way. So, you know, this will show up a lot of imbalances between left and right. The other thing is there's a lot of trigger points around here, so do not be surprised, again with really gentle pressure, if you touch an area and you feel a sensation maybe in your temple or maybe down your arm. A sensation is okay, any tingling, numbness obviously is wrong, but this is super gentle, just using the weight of my hand now to do this. And now exactly the same with the upper traps. So obviously upper traps are doing this. So to separate between the upper traps and the scalenes, instead of side bending this time, we're just gonna bring the shoulder up, and you will most definitely find that ridge of the upper trap. Now, where, if you like, we're at that point where front meets back. So from here, if you find that you're too anteriorly rotated and your traps have come over the front, this is the point where you can start taking that tissue down as you go. And I'm only going out to where I find my shoulder. But if you feel the need, and sometimes you do, you can come down through the delts, finding places in the delts, and then down through the arm, squeezing out through the hands. Okay, so that's neck and shoulders. Through the occiput, which is the base of the cranium, just spread that tissue at the base of your skull gently towards your ears. Stop as you get to, as you get to about that point, you're going further. From there, a little bit of shampooing, which is literally your hand through here. So, yes, and it is where the word shampooing comes from, this massage technique. So now you can come down through the temples. So for TMJ, this is actually one of your biggest bite muscles. So anyone that clenches their jaw, you want to start working up through here. Come through your forehead. I've got a nice groove here, so I know where to start. Spread that tissue wide. Then you're going to come through the orbital of your eye. So up, finding the bony rim on the edge of your eye, and just look for little adhesions along here. There's a point that's about there on me, so it's actually between the frontal and the temporal bone, but it's a massive headache point. So if you do get headaches, this may be really tight and tender on you. Again, with love, just gently, gently, gently ease that out. And you know next time you've got a headache where you need to push. So come through the orbit, then come back, coming through the sinuses, again through the sinuses, and then underneath that top cheekbone, top jaw. And then as you come back, you're coming up to the TMJ. Now with the TMJ, a lot of people have issues here, people that clench or grind their teeth. Easy to find because all you're going to do is just open your mouth. And again, that'll just pop into your fingers. Find the spots. You're not pushing, you're just using the weight of your elbow. And you're going to work that. Come down on both sides. As you open and close, you may well find a difference between the two sides. Hang there for a while. And then last of all, you can take your thumbs underneath your chin and then just work the inside edge of that lower jaw. You're going to stop here, okay? And that's it. Little face, neck, shoulders, massage, look younger, feel better, and just an amazing amount of tension that is just always in our face. So I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been great having this space to be able to do this. Leave anything in the comments bar about what and where you need work and I'll address it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, I would love to have you. Thumbs ups would be great. And obviously, if you want to check out any more information about structural integration, go to the website, South Bay Structural Integration. And take care till next time.